Want me to tell you where I am? Fine. I will tell you where I am. Smile with horns. Had to repost from yesterday due to Rule 7 broken. Hello fellow Redditors. I'm 24M. I usually lurk this subreddit waiting for an opportunity to be able to share a story with you guys. And today, this very day, the time has come. So sit tight, for this story fits just right. And I ain't going down without a fight. Backstory. I live a nightlife and I work 2 jobs. My day job usually consists of working in a restaurant from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. My second job consists of cleaning a cafe 7 days a week anytime between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. I usually tend to go clean around 5 a.m. since I open the door for a delivery guy for croissants. If I'm not there, he has to wait an hour for the place to open. Since I do him this favor, he tends to give me one for free. They're so good. Almond filled too. Onto the main story. Main story. My phone since February 8th has been messed up. Ever since I switched carriers, I can only get calls from people on the new service I joined. Text still works though. I can call out though, that works. Being honest, this made my life more peaceful since I am not bothered as much and I enjoy every minute of it. I live with my parents. My parents worry about me where I am when I am out. I tend to usually not let them know, but then tell them where I am during the day when I get home. From a parental perspective, you'd want to know where your child is since you worry, but come on, I'm 24. It can get annoying at times from my end since I'm constantly being bothered by texts, "Where are you? Why aren't you home?" from my dad since he can reach me by text but not call. It's very hard for me to get some alone time, and whenever I have the chance I tend to take it. Some people just don't understand that. So, yesterday I came back home a bit later than normal and my dad and mom gave me a speech and a half, lecturing me on why I should tell them where I am. I simply just told him, the past couple of months I go clean. At the exact same time. 7 days a week around 5 a.m. What's so different today? Do you pay attention to what goes on around you, or has it taken you months? Single quote. The look on my parents' faces wasn't a happy one, let's say. But they just argued, saying to let them know where I am. Fine. You want to know where I am? So be it. Smile with horns. Cue malicious compliance. From today. Before I left the house. While they're sleeping. 4:45 a.m. I barge in their room. I'm going to clean, I said loudly, waking them up, interrupting their precious sleep. Drive 20 minutes. Get to location. I call the house. I'm there safe. Single quote. Finish cleaning 30 minutes later. Call the house. I'm done. I'm going to eat. Single quote. Drive 15 minutes. Call house. I have arrived. I'm eating. At a restaurant. Single quote. Anyways, I just finished eating. While I am writing this story for you guys, I'm about to call them and tell them I'm heading home. Might as well ask them if they slept well last night, heart. After all, it's going to be 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Smile with horns. I might be an a-hole for doing this, but hey, it's what you want, so it's what you're going to get. Fallout update. Came home few hours later. Barged into their room around 8 a.m. I'm home, I said loudly. They were both out cold. Think I woke them up a bit too much. 6 times in 2H? Tears of joy. 3 were house calls. 1 phone call via cell. And 2 barges into their room. Tears of joy. Next day. Few hours later, after my parents woke up, my dad comes up to me. Dad, you be very careful, young man. Interrupting my sleep. Single quote. Me. You said you wanted to know where I am. So I let you know. What's wrong? Isn't that what you wanted? Dad, I can play dirty too. Unless you want to be woken up with a bucket of water. Your choice. Let's just say they hopefully got the message. Tears of joy. Your dad is thinking too small. A bucket of ice water? Please. Your parents need to be waiting for you to barge in. But they should make sure they are screwing each other when you do. Or just kick you out. Either would work. Sounds like you're gonna need to move out soon. I see a bill for rent, food, and utilities in your future. Now is the perfect time to sit down with them and ask them what they want, and you tell them what you can do and come to a compromise where both of you walk away with a clear understanding of what will happen. Also love the follow-up. I used to work until 10 p.m. when I was in high school, and then had about a 20-minute drive home. Sometimes I would have to work a little late, but I generally got home around 10:30. My parents worked hard all day and went to bed at 10 o'clock. But my mom always claimed she couldn't sleep until she heard me come in. So I usually made some noise in the kitchen heating up food, and figured that was enough to set her at ease. Then one night, I came home and our little dog had a possum caught right under my folks' bedroom window. He was barking non-stop and there was scuffling and hissing and all kinds of carrying on. I kinda sighed tiredly and went inside and got the .22 rifle. I wouldn't do it now, but at the time any varmint near the house was to be gotten rid of. So I took the rifle and flashlight out and shot the possum maybe 10 feet from the room where my mom was supposedly lying awake worrying about me. Next day, Mom was on a tear. You snuck in so quiet last night I never even heard you come in. You're supposed to wake me up. I got up at 2 o'clock and had to come see if you were here. Guys. She refused to believe me until I showed her the dead possum. I told her if a gunshot 10 feet from her head didn't wake her up, then I didn't know what would. She kinda gave up on the whole lying awake worrying after that. But I did still make a racket when I came in as long as I lived there. Nice MC. But I think you're missing the point that your parents are doing this to annoy you enough so you'd get your own place. Write your work schedule down and put it on the fridge? Tell them, if you're ever wondering where I am, look at the schedule first. Dad. I can play dirty too. Unless you want to be woken up with a bucket of water. Your choice. You've poked the bear. Don't poke the bear. Or think for a second you've won. Parents worry, fear about where their kids are and what they are up to. Maybe just tone it down a bit to text messages with updates. You know, keeping them in the loop. And say, I'm not dead yet, stuff like that. Dad is wrong though. Dad got what he requested. Did not ask for help being woken up or something of the like. You do realize you have the power to end this. And the low-effort move of threatening me with an ice bucket will only embolden me further, so you should probably think of a better solution. Let me know when you want to talk about it like an adult. Not fully related to your tale, but your scenario. My phone since February 8th has been messed up. Ever since I switched carriers I can only get calls from people on the new service I joined. Text still works though. I can call out though, that works. I used to work number portability for a major telecom and can tell you, with these symptoms, there's a 99% chance that your current carrier never finished claiming your number from your old carrier. It still belongs to your old carrier. And your incoming calls are all going to the customer at your old carrier who is assigned your phone number. You can call out because the system doesn't care what phone number labels your line for outbound calls. And customers of your current carrier will route to you because your current carrier sees it as theirs and routes internal calls that way. But all other carriers still see your old company as the holder of the number and will route your calls accordingly. You can't transfer it now because you have to be the owner of the number to move it. And they've likely reassigned it unless you never disconnected your old account. And it has to be active to transfer. So if it's presently disconnected, no go. This issue will never fix itself. So if you ever want to receive inbound calls again, you're going to have to call your carrier and take a new phone number. I used to work nights and for some reason my roommate would assume I was awake all day and call me. For random reasons. It, thankfully, only took one 2 a.m. return call for her to change her ways. They got the message? You live in their house. Want space? Move out or pay rent. Move out. You're playing a 2-player game. They ask. And you respond. The answer is to say every time they ask, where were you? Quote. Out. That's it. After a while they'll give up. If they say, we worry about you, say, please don't. If they say, we need to know where you are, say, did you know where I was last night? Then you don't need to know. Do you? It's line in the sand time. The image of you bursting into their room like a maniac shouting made me cackle out loud and scare. My children open-mouth smile. You're an adult. Move out. I think it's pretty normal to let your family members that you live with know where you are and when they can expect you home. I am 40 plus and keep my family updated. And they do the same for me. A quick text isn't a hassle, and if someone goes missing there is a general timeline to help track them down. Hi, if you are in US and your inbound calls don't work after changing carriers with your old phone number, then it probably is an issue that can be fixed. Maybe you can file a complaint with FCC or NPAC if your carrier isn't helping you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.